Yohualli, Tonali. Today we have a message from an ancestor. So I want you to take a moment to take a few deep breaths. This is a loving message, some guidance for whatever it is that you may be going through. This is a timeless message, so whenever you come across this, if this calls to you and this is for you, I want you to take a moment to observe and to feel out which of these piles is calling to you. The first pile, we have a little ollita, a little pot, a little clay pot with some corn kernels, some semillitas de maíz. The second, we have this beautiful owl, silbato, a whistle. I'll play it for you. And the last pile, we have this little Xolotl, this little perrito, this little dog whistle, this little silbato, and I'll play it for you. So once you've chosen, let's begin. This is for pile number 1 with the ollita de maíz. Sin maíz no hay país. So I don't know if there's something around food. Okay, let's see. The first card is Yohualli. Then we have Nancy. And then we have unlimited possibilities. And today we have the sacred fire accompanying us with some copal. So this message, it has a very protective quality to it with Nancy, the Great Mother. So you have Yohualli, the Wheel of Fortune. Whatever it is that you are going through is a change of fate. The wheel is always turning, and we all have our stakes in it. And sometimes it's our turn to receive, and sometimes it's our turn to give. When the Wheel of Fortune shows up, there is a quality of fate stepping through. This is what I feel like. If you've been down on your luck, this is a change in fortune. I feel this is a time where you're going to have your needs being fulfilled, being met. If you've been struggling with maybe providing, I feel that there is this energy here with Nancy coming in to let you know that you'll always be protected, that you'll always be provided for, that there is a lot of what you can do with what you have. This may be learning a new skill. I feel like there's a lot of we have the corn, so this is really bringing up like food for me, what you intake, what you eat, how you provide for your family. Today is a day of Cipacli in the Aztec calendar, which is a day of providing food and resources and protecting your family. And this is a mother figure, this is a feminine figure. So I don't know if you have an abuelita, a grandmother, or a mother, that has taught you certain skills in the kitchen, or this may be a call for you to connect more in the kitchen, connect more with your food and seeing the abundance that is already present. Oftentimes we view abundance and we view our fortune like physical things that we want to have, like, oh, we want a new car, a new this, or a new that, or we feel like we're less abundant because we don't have those physical things or the things that we want to consume. And the reality is what we should be consuming, is the true abundance is having food and resources. This could be a call for you to maybe start a garden, or thinking a little bit more about the fortune and the abundance that is your health, and realizing like, okay, maybe you don't have access to this or these physical things that you would like, but maybe you have health. And one good look around the world, we can see how health and having a healthy body is a true resource. Now let's say that you've been going through a rut where you've been having an unhealthy or you've been of low health. This could be an indication to turn to food as a medicine, as nutrition. And maybe it is that you are a mother and you have children, and this could be your ancestors coming in, inviting you to connect with them through the kitchen, through the culinary arts, through your ancestral foods, wherever your ancestors are from. Oftentimes when we begin our journey to connect with our ancestors, we don't know where to begin. And if you know that, your family comes from Costa Rica, or Mexico, Puerto Rico, or Ireland, or wherever it is that you're coming from, maybe that's all or anywhere in the world. One way to begin to connect is through the food. So maybe looking up Nigerian recipes or Japanese recipes, or wherever your ancestors are from. I think that's a good way to connect. And with this card here, there's a reminder that there are infinite possibilities. Oftentimes when we begin these journeys, we don't know, we just don't have all the answers. We don't know what's going to happen, or we think that we're making the wrong decision by choosing to follow certain breadcrumbs or making a certain decision. We tend to think that there is no more opportunities, that there is scarcity. And we're conditioned that way so that we continue to consume. But the reality of it is that there are infinite possibilities, and fortune is on your side here. So if you've been feeling fearful and anxious, I feel that this is a beautiful message to slow down and connect and nurture yourself and mother yourself, and remind yourself that there are infinite possibilities, and that things are always changing and the wheel is always turning. And just like your hair grows back, I know it sounds random, but just like your hair grows back, we have numerous opportunities for other things to come back, if they're really for us. So I hope that you have found solace in this message. I hope that you have found the message that you needed. Sending you lots of love. Ometeo Pasukamati. Hi Patu, welcome to your reading. Here we have your owl, your little messenger. We have Moyolakoke. We have the card of transformation. Interesting, it's right underneath the owl. And then we have Wishtosiwa. So with Moyolakoke, you have the Lovers. Here, when this card comes up, there is usually a decision or a choice that you maybe are facing right now in your life, and there is a deep undercurrent of change and transformation here. Owls in different cultures mean different things. For the Mexica, for the Aztec, the owls were harbingers of change death, and transformation. Change, well, death was not a negative thing. It was a natural cycle in this life. And just like the corn dries out and sheds its seeds, so do you. And you may be called to shed, but there is a lot of wisdom that you're stepping into when it comes to this decision that you have to make here. And there's a part of you that is sure and is ready for this renewal. And there's a part of you that fears it. And it's okay. I think this is a good time to sort of stop and nurture yourself, give yourself a little love and a little compassion for whatever it is that you're going through. With Wichita, if you're over flooded with emotions, it's a good idea to let them out. She's the Lady of Salt, which is the energy that is carried in tears and all the salty fluids that are in our body. And this may be a good time, if you're really struggling with this decision or sort of being split in two. I think it's a good time to sweat it out, to cry it out. And this card can even indicate finding that self-pleasure and or just pleasure in general, just allowing the fluids of your body to carry out the energies that are trapped within. And during this time of change for you, it's a good idea to support yourself with exercise, with letting your emotions flow. On the contrary, let's say if you're undergoing a medical procedure, or your body needs a little bit more support, maybe even imbibing electrolytes, or taking in enough fluids, if you're releasing fluids. And then you have the card of transformation here, which this is you here in this little cocoon. And change can feel a little scary, but it's an important chapter in your life where you may undergo the process of becoming goo in a cocoon so that you can emerge into this next chapter. I feel like whatever ancestor is here has a fierceness to them. There is no fear here, and they're guiding you and they're protecting you, letting you know that you are in the process of becoming wiser, that this is part of the lessons that you've been seeking. And if you're in the process of trying to reconnect with your ancestors, maybe this is the time to set up an altar for them if you don't have one. And if you're confused or don't really know where to begin, I think maybe beginning with an owl. Most altars have fire, water, earth, and usually like a feather or something to represent the air element. So starting with that, honoring the spirit of owl and death, I would put that on your altar so that you can work consciously with the energy of transformation that's coming into your life, and allowing yourself to feel whatever it is that you need to feel. And once you let this energy out, I feel that this decision will be stronger. I feel like this can be a reconnection to maybe a part of yourself that maybe you thought you were disconnected from. This could be a time to reconnect with you, with your own soul, with your own spirit, and maybe with your own roots. So this may just be a little breadcrumb for you to follow, but I hope that this has brought you some sort of insight and a little bit more of a sense of direction with where you go. I'm sending you lots of love and positive energy on this journey that you're beginning. I'm excited for you because I know that the outcome of this is going to just be so beautiful. So don't be afraid. And I hope you come back, and in the future, make sure if you like this to give it a like and follow for more. Thank you. Paskamati ometeo. Kwali tanali. Here we have pile 3. Here's your little Xolotl. The Xolotl is the guide in Mictlan, in the underworld, to the ancestors of Mexico. I don't know what it may represent where you're from. This is what we have. So we have here the 9 of Yohualli. Then we have the card of movement and balance. We have Kopali. So the message from this ancestor is someone that is very close, is always a very loyal companion. This is an ancestor with the energy of the Squinkly, of the dog, which is that of love, unconditional love, and faithfulness present. You have this 9 of hearts here, which there may be something in your life right now that is coming true, that's being fulfilled, maybe a long time goal or desire or a wish, something that you've desired. It's here, you know. It's, if you've been if you asked a question, if you've been asking a question, this is the yes card. This is having all your cups in fulfillment and alignment. Things, and if things maybe don't feel that way, I feel that things are moving into place, moving into balance. If you've been experiencing a round of bad luck, you know, this is a new shift coming in, that it's going to feel like the doors are opening for you. This could be an answer to your prayers. You have Kopali here, sacred Kopali. We have some Kopal right here too present. Kopal is a resin that comes from the sacred Kopali tree. If you don't have any Kopal in your home, I recommend maybe burning some Kopal in gratitude for the blessings that are coming your way. And this is really beautiful and really exciting. If you've been struggling, or even if you haven't been struggling, if you've been working hard, this is your hard work about to pay off. Things are moving into balance, especially if things have been difficult. This is the answer to your prayers. What you've been asking for is coming true. And you have, maybe this is because you've been faithful and you've been loyal, and your loyalty and faithfulness is being rewarded here with what it is that you've been asking for. It is very important, as always, that we maintain a practice of gratitude. And even now, whether it is that it's already coming, the idea is that it already is. It's already on its way to you. It's already happening. It's time to step into that space of gratitude. Maybe you've already been in a place of gratitude, but it's important that you establish that practice, you know, whether that is waking up or going to sleep with saying 3 things that you're grateful for every day, every morning. And it can be as small as, well, as large really, as drinking a glass of water. Water is so precious. Or waking up, or maybe having a roof over your head, or maybe the silkiness of your sheets. I don't know. There's so many things that we can be grateful for. And establishing that practice, I think, only brings in a mindset of abundance and happiness. You know, you start to view the world so differently. And if you find yourself that maybe you've been viewing the world with a negative worldview, this could be your reminder that it's time to be a little bit more balanced. You know, maybe you've been saying no to a lot of things. When opportunity knocks on your door, you're like, oh no, or you're scared or whatever, so you say no. This is the time to start to say yes. Or maybe there's a decision or something, an opportunity that's being offered to you right now. It's time to say yes. You know, this, whatever this is moving things into balance. And I think this is a beautiful thing. It's time to lean into gratitude and just express the joy, you know, and express your prayers. Gopali carries your prayers to the heavens. So if that is something that aligns with you, I would burn some copal, but you can get these charcoal discs, and you light them, and then you can burn some copalito on top and start saying your prayers. But I hope that this has resonated with you. Sending you lots of love. Your message was kind of short and sweet because it's just so positive and direct. But I will say too, if you've been trying to connect with your ancestors or been on this journey, this could be that whatever it is that you're doing, you're doing it right, or you're going the right way. So if that was your question, there's your answer. But sending you lots of love, Tlazokamati, Ometeo, and if you like this, make sure you give it a like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. Bye bye.